together. So it's not like we don't need what we learned before. It's all going to come back, and you will see as we go that that's the case. Okay. So we're going to convert the following, and we're all imperial now. And so I gave you the conversion rates here. They are not all on your formula sheet. So if you want to add them to your study sheet, sometimes this one has more than what you get on your formula sheet. Okay. But here we go. Okay, so we want to convert 11 feet 7 inches, right? So we're going to talk a bit more about that later today or tomorrow. So two measurements, various measurements into just one unit, right? That's the goal here. And I will show you how I do this, okay? So we need to convert this to inches, and then we'll add the 7 to the 11, whatever that turns out to be in inches, and get our final answer. So the 11 feet, I separate that, and you're going to multiply it by one of these here, okay? And you have to ask yourself, you want to go from feet to inches, so this is the one that does that, okay? You put the feet, the 1 foot down here. So feet is up here, you want feet down here. And then the 12 inches go up here, okay? And that will allow you to cancel the feet like that. So the feet are gone, all you're left with is inches. So let's calculate that. That is 11 times 12, right? You end up multiplying these here. 11 times 12, and that is 132 inches. Right? So the 11 feet turns out to be 132 inches. And you're going to add 7 inches to it. And that will give you 139. So the final answer is 139 inches. Okay. So we're going to do a couple until it kind of sinks in how I do that. Okay. 40 inches to feet. So this is just one unit to another unit. So you start with 40 inches, multiply, and make one of these. Inches is up here, so we're going to have inches down here. Okay, so the one that gets you from feet to inches is this one. So the 12 inches go down here, and the 1 foot goes up here. Okay, so notice that it's just flipped, and it all depends on what you start with. So go ahead and do this. Cancel, cancel, and all you're left with is feet. But watch what happens here. It's 40 times 1, which is just 40, divided by 12. So it's essentially 40 divided by 12 when you have it like that. So that's 3.33, right? Repeat it. That's 3.33 repeated, so we just rounded 2 decimals at the end. 3.33 feet. Okay, so 40 inches ends up being 3.33 feet. And this keeps on going. But we're just going to leave it at that. Okay. Next, we have inches to feet. Again, it's the same as this. So once you have that, you can cheat a little bit and just do it faster, right? 70 inches times, you're going to do the same thing as there. 1 foot, 12 inches. And you cancel the inches here. So this is really 72 times 1 divided by 12. Okay. That's probably 6, right? Yeah. 6 feet. So 72 inches is 6 feet. So this is a little bit faster than doing the cross multiplying and dividing, right? So we have 5 yards to feet. We're going from yards to feet now. So take this one, write it down, times, do one of these. Which one relates yards and feet? You got to go up here, and it's this one here. So since the yard is up here, you're going to write the 1 yard down here and the 3 feet up there. You cancel the yards. So it's 5 times 3 divided by 1, but we don't need to divide by 1, right? It's not going to change anything. So it's 15 feet. Okay. Let's keep going. Miles to yards. We go 1.5 miles times, right? Which one relates miles and yards? It's this one up here, right? So the miles are up here. So we're going to put the 1 mile down here. And this is going to be 60 yards. Units are very important, right? So cancel these out, cancel these out. So it's 1.5 times 1760. And that's 2640 yards. Okay, Camden. I'm going to do the attendance in a bit. So how about you keep going. You do a couple more on your own. I showed you how I'm doing this. So read carefully and look at the examples I've just done above, okay? So give it a try. If you like cross multiplying and dividing, which I showed you at first, and you don't like this method, then don't worry about this method, right? But it's faster. And it's going to be a lot faster. So go ahead. If you need anything, let me know. We are here. Gurjot, Isabella, and Tyrell, are you here? It's group 1. Tyrell, you're here. What about Gurjot and Isabella? Okay. Reggie, are you joining remotely? Montana? John, are you joining remotely? Okay. Junior? The PDF is on Friday's lesson, Camden. Go to Friday, last Friday, it's there. Junior, are you there? I might have missed you, no. Lucas, Camden, I know you're there. Josiah, Francis, John, Benedict, Jaden, Arabella, Presley, Carter, you're there. Rajav, Isaiah. Okay, Joshua, Mason, Ria, Ty, I thought I saw Ty earlier. Yeah, okay. Luke, Ria, are you there? Okay, let's see how you did. Again, this is miles to feet now, okay? So 3.5 miles times, you do one of these, you put the fraction down, miles to feet, right? 1 mile has 5280 feet. Okay, cancel the miles. So it's 3.5 times that. That's 18,480 feet. And that's what you put in here. Let's keep going. Yards to miles. Which one converts yards and miles? Is this one here. Yards are up top, so you put the yards here at the bottom and the 1 mile up there. So it's the same, the pair together, except for it matters where you put them based on what you start with. So yards cancel with yards. So it's 4,400 divided by 1760. And that's 2.5. Right. Inches to yards, 84 inches. Which one converts yards to inches? It's this one up here. 1 yard is 36 inches. So you put the 36 here and the 1 yard up there. Cancel the inches. So it's 84 divided by 36 when it's like that. That's 2.33 of a yard. Okay, Isabella, you're there? All right, let's see, let's keep going. So I throw in, as you go, I throw in little things here and there that make it a little bit more challenging, right? 2 3/4 feet, you just rewrite it like that, 2.75. And you want that in inches. We know that 1 foot has 12 inches. This is very important even for life, right? If you end up in industry, construction, right? Anything, you do this, 2.75 times 12, 33 inches. Exactly. 1.5 yards, right? 1 yard has 36 inches. If you can memorize these, that's even better. Then you're just focusing on putting them in the right place. Okay, yards cancel with yards. That's 54 inches. Then we have 2 different measurements, 8 feet, 11 inches, all in inches. So just focus on the 8 feet. 1 foot is 12 inches. And you figure out what that is, right? Cancel, cancel. 8 times 12, 96. 96 inches. You add the 11 inches to it. And that is 107 inches. Okay. Now, the last one here. Watch this one. 39 7/8. You do this. You use your calculator for that if you don't know what it is. 7 divided by 8. So you tack the 0.875 to that 39. Okay? 39. And don't round it yet. This is in inches. We want it in feet. So 1 foot has 12 inches because the inches need to cancel out here. So you take that number, 39.875, and you divide it by 12 in this case, right? Because the 12 is down here. So you get 3.32 feet. All right. So there you have your conversions there. Those are all imperial. Okay. And now the metric, that should be your favorite. We don't need to worry about what we just did here. We're just going to shift the decimal. So you're going from meters to centimeters. The base unit is your meter. Okay. So you're going from here to centimeters. So 1, 2. You're shifting the decimal 2 spots over. So the decimal is here. So it's 459. The decimal is here. You're going to go 1, 2. And you fill the gaps with zeros. Okay. So 459. So 45,900 centimeters. Here you're going from centimeters to millimeters. You're going 1 to the right. So you just move that decimal over here. So it's 819.2. Okay. Millimeters to meters. So you're here, you're going to go 1, 2, 3 spots to the left. So the decimal starts here even though you don't see it. So it's 1, 2, 3 over here. So it's 0.676 meters. Hectometers to centimeters. Hecto is here. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 spots to the right. So this is one where you have to add zeros, right? So the decimals there is 1, 2, 3, 4. And you stop there. And all those valleys need to be filled with zeros. Okay? There it is. It's 9,080,000 centimeters. Decameters to meters. Deca is here. This is deci. This is deca, right? So we're going to go to meters. So it's 1, just 1 to the right. So 4850, right? Because the decimal would shift over, you add a 0 there. Centimeters to meters. I think I'm just going to fast forward on that one. You should know how to do that. As 100 centimeters in a meter. Millimeters to kilometers. This is the longest trip that you can do on this chart here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to go 6 spots to the left. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 4.99. We're just going to do that. We're not going to write all of that down. Meters to millimeters. You're going to go 1, 2, 3 spots to the right. So 6 to 1, 2, 3, right? So it's 1, 2, 3 there. Centimeters to meters, 3.2. Millimeters to centimeters, that's just 1 spot to the left. Millimeters to kilometers. This one I put in there on purpose. It's going to be a very small number. So let's see, kilometers to millimeters. Sorry, millimeters to kilometers is important. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. So let's put the 655 down here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots right there. And then you fill the valleys with zeros. So it's 0.000655 of a kilometer. Kilometers to centimeters. It's almost from one end to the other end, but you stop at centimeters, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to write it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a decimal there, and then fill all the values you've created with zeros. Oops, 746. And if you were here yesterday, that AC that we did, where I just couldn't figure out why both ways didn't get the same answer, it was just, I just wasn't awake, I guess. I figured it out later. It works out perfectly, even when you round it 0.22. Some of you will not know what I'm talking about, others will. Okay, backside. You mean it's not done yet? Nope. Now we're going to go from SI, which is the metric. I need you to know what SI is, Système International, right? So it's the international system, which is the metric. You're going from metric to imperial and vice versa. So then you need, right? You need to have, and I made a mistake. If you have this form at home and this says feet on yours, please change it to meters. I'm circling with my pencil right now. That should be meters. The Friday's version would have said feet there. Okay, same thing here, guys. Okay, feet to meters. You start with 7 feet times, which one has feet and meters? This one right here. So we're going to put the feet down here, and the 0, it's 3048 meters. We're going to put that on top, canceling out the feet, and you're going to have to multiply the 2 in this case. Sometimes it's divided. If this number is down here, you'd have to divide it, but you multiply it in this case. And that is 2.13, and that's all we're going to put down as our final answer. Kilometers to yards, right? Which one does that for us? We have a bit of a problem. We don't have kilometers to yards, do we? But we have meters to yards. That's what we do have. So backtrack, go back a little bit. Use your King Henry, right? King Henry died by, that's your meter, right? Drinking chocolate milk. We're going to go from kilometers to meters. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, because, right? It's 1, 2, 3, like that. That's in meters. So we convert that to meters, just like that. And then we're going to say, okay, that I do have. I have meters and yards. Where is this going to go? The 0.9144 is going to go down here because you want to be able to cancel the meters. And the 1 yard is going to go up here. Cancel these. And what are you going to have to do here? You're going to have to go 32,000 divided by 0.944. And you get 34,995.63 if you round it. So that's what goes in here, 34,995.63. Go ahead. Okay. We're going to go from inches to centimeters now. And we check, we do have that right here. So 42 inches times 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So cancel, cancel, and it's just that. 42 times 2.54, that's 106.68 centimeters. Okay. Let's keep going. Meters to yards, do we have that? Yes, we do, right here up top, right? So 40 meters times, we know we're going to have to put the 9144 down here because the units cancel out, and then the 1 yard goes up here. So it's really 40, it's 40 times 1 divided by 0.9144. But we don't need to multiply by 1, right? And that is 43.74 yards. 50 kilometers to miles. Do we have that? Yes, we have that up here. So 50 kilometers. We know that 1.609 kilometers is equal to 1 mile. You want the kilometers down here. Yeah, go ahead. So it's 50 divided by 1.609, and that's 31.08 mile. Okay. 270 kilometers to miles. I don't know why I did the same thing again, but here it is. It's 167.81 miles. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because it seems to be cutting. Okay. Does this make sense, guys? Yeah, you're following? Okay. And I'm sure at home you're nodding too, maybe not. Okay. Meters to inches? Meters to inches. Do I have something that goes from meters to inches? Nope. So here you have to be smart and use your metric system. We're going to convert this to centimeters, right? So that is, you go from meters over two decimal places, right? So it's 3,500 centimeters. And then we're going to say that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Cancel, cancel. So it's this divided by that, really. It's 1377.95 inches. No. Yeah. I'm just using common sense here. It's 35 meters. Yeah, okay, we're good. 10 feet to centimeters. Do I have that? Do I have feet to centimeters at all? I don't. Houston, we have a problem. No, we don't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get as close as possible to centimeters. The closest I can get from feet to centimeters is using feet and meters, right? That's what I'm going to use right now. 10 feet, right? We know that 1 foot has 0.3848 meters. Cancel, cancel. And so that gives you 3.048 of a meter, right? We want it to centimeters. So all we need to do is shift it over 2 spots. So I don't round it yet, right? We're going to go 1, 2 like that, 304.8 centimeters. So a question like this would have probably been worth more than just 1 mark because you need to do 2 steps, okay? Miles to meters, I don't have that. I have miles to kilometers, so I'm going to use that first. So 320 miles, right? I need to cancel that out so that 1 mile comes here, 1.609 Kilometer comes up here. Cancel the miles. And that is 514.88 kilometers. Now we're going to convert that to meters. So use your chart up here. Kilometers to meters is 1, 2, 3 decimal places. So 514.88. I'm just going to write it down. It was here. It goes 1, 2, 3. It goes over here. Right? And that's how many meters that is. And there you have it. So some of it is repetitive. Some of it is, you got to be careful. When you don't have what you need, you might have to do an extra step to make that happen. So I would strongly encourage you to have this written out on your study sheet. Right? It's just so easy to add. And make sure that the B, the capital B, is for your base unit, which is the meter, the liter, and the gram, depending on what you're talking about, right? But for us, it's the meter most of the time. Okay. All right. 4, a room measures 6 by 9. If Joey bought 10 meters of trim to go around the room, does he have enough? How much will be left over? You have to answer in meters here. So what's happening here is, right, you have this room that is 6 feet by 9 feet, right? And so trim to go around the room refers to perimeter, right? You should be thinking perimeter. So the perimeter of this room would be 2 times 6 plus 2 times 9. That's 12 plus 18. That is 40 feet. And you have 10 meters of trim. So obviously different units can't answer it, right? So we're going to convert this to meters. So 40 feet times, we know that 1 foot is 0.3048 meters. Right? We cancel out the feet. And that's 12.19, and we can round it there, meters. Will you have enough? Right? 40 feet is the equivalent of 12.19 meters. You only have 10 meters that you bought. Will not have enough. Needs an extra 2.19 meters. There's no leftovers. So this is where I integrate what we've learned, that skill, with word problems, right? So that you're forced to make conversions, but to answer certain questions, right? All right, here's another one. A plane is flying at an altitude of 1,500 feet as it is approaching the airport. If there's a tower which is 500 meters high, is the plane flying high enough? Calculate how much higher the plane should be flying in feet. So it's saying that you're supposed to answer in feet. So you have the plane flying at 1,500 feet and the tower being 500 meters. We're going to have to convert this. Sometimes it doesn't matter, but we're asked to do this in feet. So 500 meters we have a ratio that converts them, right? We know that 1 foot has 0.3048 meters. You cancel the meters. You need to divide because it ends up being like that. So if you go by what you need to cancel out, the number will follow, right? And so here you have to divide because it's underneath it. And that's 1,640.42 feet, sorry. So the plane is flying 1,500, but the tower is 1,640. So obviously you have to fly higher, right? Plane is not flying high enough. So we're going to go 1640.42 minus the 1,500. So it's 140.42 feet that needs to be flying higher. Fly 140.42 feet higher. So copy that. Determine the area and perimeter of the room below in square feet. Hint, convert all measurements, then find the area and the perimeter. I don't know why I did the square feet because perimeter should not be in square feet, so my bad. But the problem is everything is in meters. You have to convert that. So what we're going to do is go ahead and it will be the same step for every single one because they're all meters. That we're going to multiply by, we know that 1 foot has 0.3048 meters. So you cancel out there. So you're going to find out what that is. You take the 2.5 meters, you do the same thing. Right? And then you take the 20.85, exact same thing. Right? So you're converting all of these measurements so that you can actually find the square footage. This is 45.11. So write it down here, 45.11 feet. This is 8.20. So you write it down here, 8.20 feet. It's like translating a language, right? They mean the same thing. You're just translating it so that you can answer the question. This is 68.41 if you round it. Okay. And I'm already seeing that I'm running out of room. So area of a trapezoid, I don't know if you recall that, but it's this plus this, right? So 68.41 plus 45.11, right? A plus B times this, so it's 8.20. All of that divided by 2. Let's see if you can do that. Use your calculator and figure that out. So I would go 68.41 plus 45.11. Right? I would add up this bracket first, hit equal. Then I would multiply it by 8.2, hit equal, then divide it by 2. And it's 465.43 square feet. If anybody found the perimeter, you're gonna be upset right now, but let's scratch that. I just want the area. Okay, so this is the area of this room. If laminate flooring costs $29.50 per box containing 21 square feet, calculate the cost after tax. So remember, we have to find the boxes, we take the total that needs to be covered and we divide it by how much is in one box. That's 22.163 and it keeps going, which is approximately 23 boxes that you need. Okay. So cost will be 23 times 29.50. That's 678.50. Add taxes to it. $759.92. And that is the final total cost there after tax. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, I think I made a mistake earlier in 4. Nobody stopped me, no? The 40 feet? Anybody stop me there? No? You can feel free to stop me next time. I just looked at it. It's like 12 and 18. That's 30. That's not 40 feet. So this is what I mean here. Right? This is 30 feet. That's why the question was worded in such a way that that should be the case. So that is 9.14 meters. And so yes, you have enough. So I'm just going to go 10 minus 914 to find the leftover. That's 86, right? 0.86 meters left over. Okay, so yes, we'll have enough. If you made a mistake and said, right, like here, but everything else is consistent, you'd be surprised how many marks you still get, okay? Because this, I can see that as a minimal, that's a minimal mistake if you show everything else. You're still consistent there, okay? All right. So I'm going to stop this here.